Hi and welcome to another edition of Short and Sweet. This time it is a workout using a kettlebell, and also if you have one as well, a resistance band would be really useful. So I'm going to show you the exercises and then we'll get going straight away. Alright, so grabbing hold of your kettlebell, nice firm grip. Our first exercise is a deadlift. Weight into the heels, hinge the weight backwards, engaging the glutes, keeping a sense of the core, lifting tight, going as far as your hamstrings allow, chin in line with the spine, and then we stand up. So a little squeeze at the top, and hopefully feeling the kind of core supporting us as well. Weight into the heels, nice and simple. Our second exercise is a kettlebell squat, so you might want to hold it here from the horns. You might also, I quite like holding it from whatever bit this is called, the ball. We've got feet around shoulder distance apart. We sink down to the range that you have. Stand up and straight from the side. Sinking down, standing up. Alright, pretty simple. Our next exercise after this is a single leg deadlift. So hand in the opposite to your front leg. Really good at left and right today. We lean forwards, keeping that bottom leg long, little micro bend in the support leg, and then we come back up. The foot kind of comes to hover, or maybe touch down if you feel like you need that. Again, just going to the range, which feels useful, keeping length through the spine. Our other exercises are lunges. So again, hold from where it feels comfortable for you. We're going to step back lunge. So stepping back, kind of a 90-90 position, stepping forwards, really controlling the balance through the feet and through the pelvis. And then our final exercise is going to be a kettlebell swing. These can be a little bit kind of tricky to get to start off with. Starting position, kettlebell slightly forwards in front of you. Lean back into the heels, swing. So we're powering from the legs and from the pelvis. A little bend through the knees, but definitely not as much as a squat. We also have a surprise exercise, which we're going to sandwich in between each exercise. That is all you need to know, other than the fact that we're working for 40 seconds with a 15 seconds rest. Right, let's get cracking. Alright, starting with our warm-up. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the head down. Big reach and press up. If this is the first thing that you're doing today, then be a little softer with that bounce. Maybe don't go as low, but for sure sweep the hands up. Nice big reach. Last one. Reach the hands all the way up, interlock your fingertips, press the palms towards the ceiling. Take a little lean to the side, a little lean to the other side. Maybe a little bit of kind of swirling through the upper body. Not going into a back bend, keeping the hips really still. And then releasing the arms, sending your hips back into a squat. 5 of these. So nice and deep into the heels. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, we squat and hold. Start, pull one foot back, step it in. So we're staying really low in the legs. Weight is in the heels as much as possible so that the glutes are switching on as well. And 5 of these. 4, but who's counting? 3, hopefully me. 2, last one. Standing in, reaching tall, rolling all the way down in a way which feels useful for you. Press into your heels, big inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine forwards, exhale to melt down, and again. Inhale, little lift, and exhale. One more time, breathe through the spine, soft through the knees, and relax down. Hands into the floor, step your way back, high plank position, step back in, feet wide, stand tall. And again, this is the warm-up, by the way, guys. I don't know if I mentioned that, I think I did. So, nice kind of full range motion. Thinking about the fact that we're warming up the hips, we're warming up the core, we're warming up the shoulders. Let's do another 3 of these. I have the feeling that I'm going to get really sweaty in this workout because it's like 40 degrees today. Slight exaggeration. 2 and 1. Staying in your high plank this time, pushing the fingertips into the floor, rounding the upper back so we're in a protracted shoulder position. We've got another 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift back, downward facing dog. Take a little pad through the feet. Know that if you do need to take a little bit longer warming up, I'll be putting out some warm-up videos soon to help with that, but hopefully this should be enough. But please be mindful. We find our downward facing dog position, lift the heels high, bend the knees towards the mat, take an inhale, exhale, push forwards, inhale back, exhale forwards. Keeping that sense of rounding through the upper back as you come forwards. 3, no there, 2, last 1. Mountain climbers, just 10 of these, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, cross your ankles behind, scoot forwards so that you have something to lie on. We'll tuck the tailbone underneath. So sit bone scooping, we roll down towards the floor, a little bit slowly, moving through the point of challenge, coming all the way down, hands either side of you. Inhale, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath. Use this as a way to get your pelvis up. Thigh bones really, really long. Tuck into your pelvis, relax your rib cage. Inhale, we lower, exhale, we lift. 10, and 9, maybe lifting the toes off the floor. 8, 7, feeling the sit bones squeeze together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. We hold up, and then we roll the pelvis back down. Hug the knees into the chest. Little rock and roll forwards and back. And if this doesn't work for you, you can rock from side to side instead. Let's make this the last one. Maybe planting your feet in the floor and standing up like that, or crossing your ankles and coming up in Norway. Alright guys, let me just grab my timer. So, it's a fairly quick set, only repeating things a couple times. So grab a hold of your kettlebell. Our first one is the deadlift, so we're working for 40 seconds. And the timer is starting now. So weight back into the heels, shifting forwards, standing up. So how far you go will be very much dependent on the length of your hamstrings. Inhale, hinge forwards. Exhale, scoot the pelvis forwards. So body comes forwards, hinging, and then we pull back up. I'd suggest a micro bend in your knees, especially if you're someone that's hypermobile. We've got another 10 seconds here. So this should be kind of moderately heavy. Kettlebell, obviously the heavier it is, we've got a rest. So the heavier it is, the harder it will be. The lighter it is, the easier it will be. So this might be quite a moderate workout for you. It might be a really hard, challenging one, depending on the weight. All right, pick up your weight in a place that's comfortable. And off we go. We send the weight back into the heels, widen the knees, elbows touch down, and we stand tall. And again, there's that sense of like really powering into legs. Really, like a rocket ship. So you've got that sense of coiling, getting ready, and push. And again, and push. A little squeeze of the glutes as you get up, so sit bones drawing towards each other. Got another 15 seconds. This is so much better than me using the stopwatch myself. Alright, we've got another 5-ish. So picking a pace that works for you. Definitely weight in the heels. Alright, you've got your rest. Alright, it's time for our surprise exercise, which is burpees. So options to step it or jump it. I'll do it with you. We're coming in 3, 2, 1. So non-jumping version, if you like. Step back, step in, stand tall. Step back, step in, stand tall. Maybe we begin to jump it, step the feet out. Maybe you can lower all the way down to the floor, push back up, jump the feet in, little jump. So picking a variation which works for you. And moving as fast or as slow as fits your energy levels today. You've got about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and rest. 15 seconds rest. And we're coming back in with our deadlifts and then another squat variation. Alright, so bringing the breath back under control. turn to the side so that you can see, and off we go. So, sending the hips back, and then squeezing the forwards, hinging at the hips, head in line with the spine, and pushing forwards. So if you've got like a 16 or an 18, or even like a lighter one where you're not used to doing kettlebells or weights, this will feel fairly challenging. If you've got a lighter weight, you might want to move a tiny bit more quickly. We've got 5 seconds left. Bracing the core. 2 and 1. So our next variation is a squat, but this time we're going to be squatting to the side. So we'll start in 5 seconds. So you're going laterally across your mat. 3, 2, and I'll start already. And off you go. So you're staying low, as if the ceiling has come down. So really, really low. Yeah. So the ceiling's even lower all of a sudden. Making sure to protect your back. And if this feels too much with the weight, you can of course put the weight down. You got another 20 seconds left. It's like you're doing a nice little dance, but with weights and only in one direction. You've got another 10 seconds left. Maybe we get a little bit lower, a little bit faster for the last bit, a little bit lower, a little bit faster, and you're there. And rest. All right, we're back into our surprise round. This time we've got squat thrusts. So hands into the floor. We're going to jump our legs back and jump back into a squat position. Off we go. Hands come off the floor. So keeping it nice and speedy. Sinking into your squat each time. You can even lift the chest a little bit more if you want a little bit more challenge. I'm checking the timer. Don't worry guys, we've got 15 seconds left. Use your breath. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 15 seconds rest. Grabbing hold of your kettlebell in whatever hand you like. Same hand as leg that's going to fly. We're going to do 20 seconds on each leg. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hinging forwards. Single leg deadlift. Coming back up. Foot tries not to touch the ground. Whoa. Yes, it's a really great challenge for your balance and coordination. All right, swapping legs. So noticing how you can incorporate the core in this. Noticing if your leg is kind of waving out to the side. Try keeping your knee facing the ground. Last one. All right, we are now into our lunges. So picking up the weight in a way that feels comfortable, wiping the sweat out of your eyes. If it's in your eyes, step back lunges, off we go. So this time we are just alternating. So we're not doing one side by itself. The further you step back, the more you'll feel it probably in the hamstring and glute of your front leg. So do modify, progress, change if that feels useful. Got 14 seconds left. Still powering through that front heel. Nice and controlled on the way down. Head in line with the spine. Nearly there. 2 and 1. All right, guys, we're nearly there. So we're coming into another surprise exercise. This time we take bunny hops forwards, hands into the floor. We hop, we hop, we hop. Once you reach the end of the mat, you take little hops backwards, and we go again. You might want to get some height on those jumps, or you might want to concentrate on landing softly in the legs. You got 20 seconds left. So close. 14 seconds. Doesn't time go slower? Sometimes when you're doing these things, it's very interesting. You got 5 seconds left. Okay, totally believe in us. We got this. Yeah. And last one. Going to standing, shaking your legs out. Final exercise, kettlebell swings. So, getting into position, feet wide, kettlebell just in front of us. Lean forwards, drag the weight back, swing up. So using the power of the hips, paying attention to the lower back, minimal bend in the knees, so that we get to use the hamstrings, feeling the belly contract, hopefully. Trying to keep the form super precise, about 10 seconds. And rest. Yay. So we got through the kettlebells and the bodyweight stuff. Now we're going to grab hold of your resistance band, place it around your legs, like so. I'm going to say, let's start with the shins, rolling down onto your back. We lift the pelvis up, we pause here. So there's a sense that we're pressing the knees out against the band slightly. Inhale to drop, exhale to press. 30 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use your arms and the floor to help. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're on 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got last 10 here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeezing the sit bones each time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. Take the knees out a little bit. Bring them back in. You've got 30 of these. 30, 29, 28, 26, 25, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 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 pause. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Drop, tuck, drop, tuck, drop. We're on 3, 4, 5. This is hitting me 2, 6, but it feels so good. 7, 8. So it's a drop and tuck. 9, 10. We've got 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're on last 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll it down. Remove your band for a moment. Yeah. Take a little rock and roll. Forwards and back. Relax your back here. You. Alright guys, you've got one more set for those legs in this position. It's going to be a single leg variation. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll your spine towards the ceiling. Dig into your heels. Really, really, really strongly. Lift the toes. Hands can be, the upper arms can push into the floor to help you here. Lift your left leg up. Knee into the chest. We lower down. We push up. 10. These are my favorite. 9. Sort of. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Hips higher if you can. 3. 2. And 1. Place the foot down. Take an inhale. We exhale, roll down. Draw the knees into the center of the chest. Extend the legs towards the ceiling. This is your 5-second break. Bring the feet back down. Dig into your heels. Lift your toes. Curl all the way back up. Maybe using your upper arms to help as I'm doing. Press into your left heel. Lift your right leg. Knee into the chest. Lower and lift. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the heel down, stay lifted. This time we're going to see if we can walk the heels out just a little way. You'll feel like your hips really want to wobble here and you want to drop into your lower back, but keep tucking your tailbone underneath. Walk them back in. Last little stretch. Find your heels underneath your knees. Really find that alignment at the lower belly. Roll your pelvis towards the floor. Stretch your legs up to the ceiling. Rock and roll. Once. Twice. Thrice. And we'll finish in an all fours position. I'm going to face forward so you can see what I'm doing. This is what I call sassy hips exercise. Shift your hips out to the left hand side and then lift your right leg and then push that left hip bone back into the midline so that there's a long vertical line here. So your right leg is now lifted as if peeing on a lamppost, dog style. Got 10 this here. 10, 9, finding your safest, best effort range. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Notice if you swing it to the side. Last 1. Kick it out. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Notice how I counted a little bit faster there. All right. Same thing on the other side. Sway your hips across to the side. Lift your left leg. Bring your hips back into line. Switch on the core here. Holding it here a little bit longer before we begin the lower lifts. This is our last thing. We lower, we lift. 10, 9. So can I emphasize it's safest, best effort in this range. So you're not like trying to go any mad amounts, but you're finding just towards the edge of your range, no further. So we've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it out to the side, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Shift back. Beautiful, guys. Let's do one little stretch. Crossing the ankle over. Give yourself a little roll from side to side. And then landing that right foot down onto the floor, or whatever foot was on top. Squeezing your back leg in if that's within your range. Holding on, hugging that elbow, and then gently sliding your hip towards the floor. Using the breath to elongate, to find a little bit more space. And we'll swap over to the other side. So this may be your left leg, this may be your right leg. As long as you're doing both sides, that's absolutely fine. So moving here so that we can get into lots of different aspects of the muscle. And then we take the leg across to the side, we pull that foot in, and we hug the leg in. And then push my hip down towards the floor, so the sit bone kind of drops here. But if you feel like you get more out of it with the sit bone lifted, do that instead. And then we relax. Shake it off, and we're all done. Thank you very much, guys. Hope to see you soon again on the mat.